What is up, guys? Dylan with Dylan here, and I have for you here today the Polaris Sportsman 850cc twin, cranking out almost 80 horsepower, fully automatic, dual clutch transmission, high-end suspension. As you can see, handles the whoops. This is my personal vehicle that I have yet to do a review on, just because I haven't had time yet. This is a 2019 model, but it will compare with the 2020 model as well. This is the standard edition of it. It does not have any of the bells and the whistles, and what I mean by that is there's no power steering, no tow hooks, none of that stuff. It's all just motor, and then you know, you got to use your arms in order to move it. No upgraded suspensions or anything like that. She's the bare bones stock model. These MSRP for around $10,000. I found mine at a pretty good deal. I paid $7,000 for this thing out the door. I felt like I got a pretty good deal on it. I waited till Polaris had some deals and some like incentives and stuff, and then I just took advantage. I just wanted to go ahead and do one of these ride and reviews. This is actually more of a long-term review for me, because I have had this for a while. Typically I give you my first impressions the second I've been on this, but it's going to allow me to give you some better input, I think. I'm going to be able to give you more of the facts. I'm going to be able to give you more information and help you make a decision on whether or not you should purchase a product like mine. Now, I do have my buddy in front of me. He is on the Polaris Scrambler 1000 fully pimped out model four-wheeler. We're talking, you know, a $15,000 model. You're not going to walk out of the dealership for any less than probably like 14 on it. And it has all the bells and all the whistles. Now, what you're probably here for, and what you probably want to know is, you know, whether or not this thing's a bang for buck. At $7,000, my model is definitely bang for my buck. It does a lot of things. If you don't know about Polaris, they are leading the off-road industry right now, and they're honestly doing some pretty amazing things. One of their best things they have is their on-demand four-wheel drive system that they have. And I'm going to go ahead and engage it right now so you guys can see. I'm in high gear, but I'm going to go ahead and flip this yellow lever right here. Now, this yellow lever is going to allow me to do one thing while I'm rolling. It's going to allow me to switch my vehicle into all-wheel drive. Now when I go through mud or dirt or any other terrain, it's going to allow that vehicle to pull with all four tires being powered, and it's going to allow it to pull through things a lot easier. It's going to allow it to climb rocks and just do a lot more things a lot less stressfully than if you were in two-wheel drive. The suspension on this thing is completely stock, but I gotta tell you, it's good. It's the Polaris factory suspension, and boy, let me tell you, it soaks up the bumps, and the seat on this thing is just amazing. I'm a big guy, and I gotta be honest with you, I have no problems, and I mean no problems, taking this thing on and just bouncing it around, jumping it, sliding it. As you can see, I'm taking these bumps. I'm not even stumbling my words going over this rough terrain right here. A little bit, just because there are some pretty hefty ones. But I'm hitting these pretty hard, pretty fast. And you wouldn't be able to do this on a sport machine. A typical sport machine anyway. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate for you just the level of like comfort and power this thing has. There's a pretty big drop off in front of me. We're looking at sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath. Kind of like not breathing because I'm talking so much. But there's a nice little drop off. It's about 2.5 foot. I don't know if the GoPro really shows it, but I'll try and give you a good like viewpoint of it whenever I go over the drop off here. I'm in high gear. I'm not going to use a lot of power. I'm going to jump down this just by giving it a little bit of throttle, and it's going to land smoothly. Not going to jar me. Not going to have any issues. Jumped down, no problems, kept going, didn't even come close to bottoming out the suspension. Felt really nice, comfortable. I mean, as far as a jump can. And as you can see, I'm getting to some pretty rocky terrain right here. The Polaris handles this beautifully. I mean, it climbs right down that stuff. Sport four-wheelers, they'd really struggle here. They would really struggle with what I just did on the Polaris. I'm not a fan of the area I'm riding in today. This is one of our ORV parks. Sorry, I had to give a little goose. sometimes you just got to give them the juice. But it's one of our ORV parks in the local area. It's called Appalachia Bay, and it doesn't not have marked trails. That's a bad thing, because if somebody comes flying around one of these corners too fast, we're going to hit each other. And if they're on a dirt bike or something of that nature, well, they're probably going to get hurt more than me. And now if a side-by-side comes around the corner, I'm the one that's probably going to lose. Just to demonstrate for you guys, though, I'm in the sand right now. I'm in high, rear-wheel drive. No big deals. Not revving it up at all. She just goes through this stuff like nothing. So easy to turn. If you want a power slide, you can power slide. The 850 cubic inch, I wish it was an 850 cubic inch four-wheeler, but it's an 850cc, so to put that in layman terms for you, if you wanted to think about like a car-sized engine, your average 1000cc is a 1 liter. So if you had a 2.5 liter Honda, you've got a 2500cc engine. This is a 850cc, so it's a 0.85 cc engine. Now, it is a twin, and it does make around 70 horsepower when you're starting to really tap it out. And I can tell you this, that it goes really fast. If you get on it, boy, this thing just takes off, launches, pulls itself up hills. You can do anything you want to with this four-wheeler. So I had to duck down a little bit, low tree. Just light throttle. I'm talking about just barely pressing the gas here, guys. This thing is just moving so well. It is, I just hit my helmet, damn it. But it moves so well, so effortlessly. Now, it's not a manual transmission, and it doesn't have a chain, so you are losing some power in the drivetrain because you're working that dual clutch automatic CVT transmission here. But you're getting the ability to not have to worry about shifting, and you're not having to worry about stalling your bike out. You just give it a little bit of thumb throttle and it goes. It's got plenty of low end torque. It handles itself really nice out here. Really nice in any conditions. Mud, snow. I played with it and all. You know, this is some heavy sand. If you're on a dirt bike or something, or a sport four-wheeler, if you slowed down too much, you might get yourself into a little bit of a situation where you could get stuck or start to sink in it. This thing just handles it. That's a part of the tires are really good for this type of terrain as well. I've honestly never been out this far onto the beach where I'm at right here. This is pretty nice. The water level is really low out where we're riding today. Extremely low. But I figured I'd get out here and show you guys what's up. Kind of get out here and play a little bit for you. As you can see, she's got no problem going through the water. I just don't want to get heavily wet right now because I do have the GoPro on. I would not have any problem riding through most of this water. I'm not going to cut straight across there just because, well, you know, I don't want to drown her out. No telling how deep that stuff is. But I just wanted to give you an example. You know, I haven't really increased the throttle at all since I've been out here. Granted, I'm only running 12 miles per hour. I'm just trying to do this nice and casual little review for you guys. Riding review is what I like to do, and I haven't made a video in a while. This is my personal product, so I don't have a problem ramping on it a little bit and actually showing you guys what this thing's capable of, because it is capable. It is a very capable machine. I love it a lot. It's very powerful. The 850cc platform honestly has so much power that you literally can't use it all. It has so much juice that I literally haven't found a single situation where this thing, where I was like, man, I needed more from it. I found plenty of situations where I'm like, all right, I need to back off because this thing is going to hurt me if I keep pushing it like this. I'm gonna get what I asked for, and I'm not gonna like it. But I haven't found a situation where I needed more power. That's a good thing. When you buy a machine, you know, I'm an experienced rider. I like to go fast sometimes, and when you can say comfortably that you haven't found a situation where you're like, I needed more go, especially when you've had a lot of seat time and you've gotten comfortable on something, that's a nice thing. You really can't beat that. It's really hard pressed to find that in a vehicle. Now, my buddy is out here. He's on the 1000, the Scrambler. It does have a little bit more power. It's about 10 more horsepower. It is heavier though, and we have drag raced these machines, and I gotta be honest with you, his is about the same speed as mine, man. It's a little bit faster, but I'm gonna give you guys a drag race video today. You guys are gonna see exactly how fast these machines are, and you're gonna find out whether or not a 1000 can beat an 850cc four-wheeler. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I weigh a lot more than my buddy does, and he's a lot lighter than me. His machine is heavier, but it does make more power. It's gonna be an interesting race, especially out here in the sand. If we do it in a sand drag setting, it's gonna be hard to find a place out here that you know, I can get into some dirt and do this drag, but In a sand drag setting, I think I got him, to be honest with you. I think I got it because I got weight on him, man. I can get my four-wheeler to hook up a little bit better than his. I think I got this. But back to this guy. All right, so the 850cc twin. Why is it a good motor? Well, it's low vibration for one thing. I've ridden a lot of four-wheelers that have big bore engines, and damn it, they just vibrate too much. This one vibrates almost nothing. Like, it's very calm, very smooth, but it still has the go juice if you need it. If you want to ramp this thing up, you got it if you want it. And I'm going to do that for you guys. Don't worry, boys. In this video, or ladies, I apologize, but I'm going to let you know, I'm going to show you what this bad boy can do. And I'm only in two-wheel drive right now, high. I'm probably going to keep it in high for most of this video because low gear is really just for climbing up stuff and moving really super slow. The high gear is fine. You're not going to hurt it as long as you're not trying to sit there and spin the wheels and just hurt the damn thing. You know, if you're stuck somewhere, you're going to want to go into low 4x4 crawl out. You're not going to stay high and spin the tires a whole bunch. That's not good for this four-wheeler. It has a belt system that powers it, and these belts, they will burn up. They'll burn up very fast if you try and overwork them. They're just a piece of rubber. They will fail. You got to be nice to them. And I'm not saying you got to be nice to them as in like, man, I can't ride my four-wheeler. Well, you can definitely ride your four-wheeler. We got a couple guys on four-wheelers right here. You can definitely go ride your stuff. I mean, you don't have to worry about that at all. But you don't want to sit there and spin your tires if you're stuck somewhere. You'll damage them. This is awesome. I've never been this close to a Sea-Doo ever out here riding. The water is so low. I'm going to drag race this Sea-Doo, guys. Are you guys ready? Oh my God, the mud. There's so much of it. It's flying everywhere. I'm trying to shield the camera. I don't know if it got or not, but I'm going to try and wipe it off real quick. All right. You good? Are we good? Can you see? How are we doing, people? Can we see everything that's going on at this point? All right, good. But I haven't got a chance to do one of these reviews in a while, and this is fun for me. I like telling you guys about products. So think about this. I like to give you guys my opinion on something and whether or not I would own it in my garage. Clearly, I own this. It's in my garage. It stays there every single day. I haven't gotten rid of it, and I'm going to tell you that means something to me. If I keep a motorcycle for very long, it means something. You know what it means? It means that is a good motorcycle. And I've had this thing since about October of last year, so 19. And it's honestly great, and I don't plan on getting rid of it anytime soon. I think it was the perfect model for me, truthfully. I found something with just enough power, just enough suspension, just enough everything to keep me happy. Now, are you going to be able to go out here and rip this thing as hard as you could a sport four-wheeler around corners and stuff? No, you're not, because it's a little boxy, honestly. I don't know if you can see the frame of it, but they're a little square. But that doesn't mean you can't power slide them. You just gotta do it with a little bit of respect. If you have some respect on this four-wheeler, you're going to, you know, if you have some respect while you ride it, you're not really going to get yourself into too many situations that it can't handle. Or at least I don't feel like you're going to, honestly. But, I mean, everybody likes to go out there and hot dog stuff. I hot dog when it's appropriate, okay, guys? I don't go out here and try and hurt myself, okay? That's not what I came out here for. I don't want to hurt myself at all. I came out here to enjoy the beautiful weather, the cool temperatures, the water, being out here on the lake. This is badass, if you ask me, guys. I enjoy this a lot. So, I don't want to ruin that, and I'm not going to come out here and put myself into a situation where I feel like I might be able to ruin that. I'm running out of land, but that's not a problem if you're on a Sportsman four-wheeler. I'm not sponsored by Polaris or anything like that. I mean, they haven't paid me to say any of this, but I'm just going to be honest with you. On sport four-wheelers, I get iffy in this soft sand. I don't know if you guys have ever been in silt or quicksand, but it can get a little hairy if you're not careful. And I don't have any issues right now on the Sportsman. I'm not worried about getting stuck at all. I am just going to go nice and smooth. It's going to be great for you. You're going to love it if you're out here on a Sportsman. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, man, but I really want that Yamaha Raptor, or, you know, that other sport, that sport 4x4, or not sport, let me back that up. You may be thinking to yourself, man, I really want that Yamaha Raptor. I want that sport four-wheeler. I want to go fast. I gotta be honest with you, these are the exact same speed, guys. You can go just as fast on this. You can't rip it as hard around the corners, but you are way more comfortable on this thing. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's just way more relaxing. It's a lot more enjoyable to ride. It's funner when you get into the mud. It's funner when you get into, you know, the rocks and stuff, because you're not worried about tearing your four-wheeler up. This thing can take it, man. This thing's built like a tank. It's got control arms, fully independent suspension. This thing was meant to come out here and do everything that you can possibly do for it. You can put 500 pounds on the front rack and haul something around with it. You've got tow hitch back here. You can pull a trailer with this four-wheeler if you want to. 1,500 pound weight capacity. You can pull 1,500 pounds behind this thing, and Polaris says it's not going to hurt it at all. Not saying it won't pull more, it probably would pull more, but that's just what they're saying you can do with it safely. Party barges here. Hey, we got some more quads coming up. You want to play chicken, buddy? Decided to give it a little bit of gas for you. Put on a show. Get that V-twin growl. As you can see, guys, we got plenty to go. That was 50 miles an hour right there. Light throttle input, nothing fancy. Get out here in the mud if you want to. Hook up and throw that mud. This thing will just do all kinds of crazy stuff. It's a blast, really. Now, I don't know how deep this is, so I'm gonna go into 4x4. She's gonna pull right out. Nice thing about this 4x4 on the Sportsman is it's on demand. You can just flip it back into two-wheel drive, keep going. That is amazing. Most 4x4s, you gotta stop and engage 4x4. You don't have to do this on the Sportsman. You can take this thing and really just punish it. You can dive it off in some stuff that it should never be in. Like that deep nasty right there. That's what I'm gonna call that. That was deep nasty. And the deep nasty don't stop the Sportsman. That's why I have a Sportsman and not a Raptor, man. I just couldn't have as much functionality out of this because I'm a Yamaha guy at heart. I gotta be honest with you. Players, if you're listening, I'm sorry. But I value Yamahas above all else. I always have. And they just run really good for me. They're the brand I enjoy. But this Sportsman, 850, I can't see a Yamaha four-wheeler even coming close to being able to compete with this thing. I gotta be honest with you. It's just that good. It really is. And that's hard for me to say. It's a hard pill to swallow. As you can see, I'm one-handing this, guys. That's how easy it is to control through these whoops and sand. It's a casual, nice ride whenever you want it. And then when you want to turn it up, baby, the V-twin, it just cranks the power for you. You gotta love it. Nice acceleration through even tough sand up a hill. This thing's got it, baby. Turning tight up through some technical. You can't really do that on a sport four-wheeler as well either. You would think you could, but sport four-wheelers require you to power slide them in order to do well. This wheeler does not require that at all. It honestly functions really good all around, all the time, and that's why I chose the Sportsman. Anyway, guys, you know, I've about told you everything that I think the Sportsman is and everything that I think it's worth. It's a really amazing machine, especially the 850cc model. It's like the perfect amount of power. It will play, and I mean it will play. It'll haul ass. This thing will do 70 miles an hour easy. I mean easy. It'll do 70 miles an hour. It's fast. It really is. It's fast. It'll do wheelies. It will, I mean, it'll literally just jump that hill right there. No problems. GoPro doesn't do it justice, but it jumped it without effort. No issues whatsoever. This thing is amazing. The reason I wanted to come out here today is because I can give you every type of terrain in the area I'm at. This is the best riding review I can do because really I'm getting to put you guys in a situation where you get to see this thing behave in just about every situation. You're getting sand, you're getting dirt, you're getting water, you're getting rocks. You're gonna get just about everything you can think of when it comes to you know, whether this thing's capable or not. Some four-wheelers would struggle. This one does not. The 570cc Sportsman. Now, I happen to have access to one of those as well. And I gotta be honest with you guys. You're good. So we got some extra riders out here. We got to be careful when we come around these corners, especially when we get closer to the mouth of the trail. We're gonna have a lot more people stacking up in this area than we are further out like we just were, because so a lot of people don't like to take the dirt bikes out that far, because if they die, if they get stuck, that's a long push, guys. You don't want to be the one pushing that back. Now the Sportsman, we don't have any problems, man. We're the guy that's going to go tow somebody out if we have this model. We're going to go out there and we're going to make sure that you know, if somebody gets stuck, we have access to them. And I want you to look at that right there. That's a nice little drop off. If I had to jump down that, I got to be honest with you, the Sportsman could do it. Now I'm going to get into some tighter technical trails for you guys just so you can see. I don't know if you can see that, guys, but that's like a 4-foot drop off, okay? Here comes the Sportsman in high gear, moving slow. Just handling business, okay? Just handling business. And I'm just letting it roll. I'm not even having to give it any gas. All right, so we're off into some tighter technical stuff now. So this is the area where in the video I can switch you guys over and I can put you in low gear so you can see how this thing performs. Now I'm gonna stay in 2-wheel drive, guys. I'm not putting this thing in 4x4 unless I absolutely have to, because I want you to see just how versatile this machine is. These are heavy duty rocks right here, big holes, sticks sticking up out of the ground, and she just chugs along, barely touching the throttle. I mean, I'm breathing on it, guys. I'm not touching this thing at all. I'm not having to abuse her, okay? I'm not having to work this thing to get it to go through this stuff at all. I'm just barely touching the throttle, and she's just hooking and going. It's nice and casual. Now, could I come through here ripping? Well, I most certainly could. But in the area I'm at today, I don't think that's a good idea, just because there are a lot of other riders out here. I have to respect the fact that there are going to be other people riding around me, and I don't want to hurt somebody, okay? I don't want to be that guy. I don't need to go home and go, man, this kid on a dirt bike came around the corner and I ran him over today. No, that's not going to be me. I'm not going to do that on my machine. Somebody else, you know, they might do that. They might come out here and think, I just got to rip this thing. Well, I don't have to do that. I got nothing to prove. I can go fast when I know it's safe. And I'm not trying to be a grandpa here, guys, but I'm just telling you, you don't want that unconscious running somebody over, especially when you got an 800-pound machine like this. It's going to do a lot of damage to them. You got to be mindful. With great power comes great responsibility, as Peter Parker's uncle once said. You just got to be respectful of those things. I'm trying to keep this video not too long. We're back out here in the muck. I'm gonna go ahead and do some low speed mud for you guys, because I know you want to see the mud. All right, you see how nasty that slime is? If you walk through it, you might get stuck, okay? 4x4. I'm gonna do this in 4x4 because I will not get stuck on this video. I'm 80% confident we could do this in 2-wheel drive, but 4x4, I'm gonna show you in low gear. She will crawl right through it. This is some sludge, guys. Look at it move. And I'm not touching the gas. I'm just giving enough to let her walk. I'm not beating on her. I'm not running her hard. The Sportsman's got a lot of torque. It loves to play in the low range, but it's happy in the high as well. Polaris did an amazing job with this engine. They've been using it for a long time. It's actually the same engine that they use in the Razor 900, okay? So this is a side-by-side motor on a 4-wheeler. So you can imagine the Razor 900, it's a side-by-side. They go fast. They do all kinds of crazy stuff. This is a lot lighter, guys, and it's in a 4-wheeler frame, okay? It will turn it on if you want it to, but you got to be careful when you do it. You know, this is a lot of power and a lot of weight. You get crazy, it's going to be hard to recover from it. That's the one thing I advise you if you're ever going to, like, purchase one of these 4-wheelers is be respectful of what you're using. Now I'm just going to take it nice and slow through the water. I don't want to splash myself. I could go ham and just blow water everywhere and have to clean the GoPro off, but I don't want to do that. And I'm trying to give you guys a nice little review. So we've been in low gear. As you can see, low gear works perfect. You do have to stop if you want to switch gears. That is a caveat to it. You know, between high and low. But you're not going to get that on a sport four-wheeler anyway. So if you want high versus low, high is going to work your four-wheeler a little bit less. You're going to take advantage of all that massive torque, and you're going to be able to tap it just barely on the throttle, and then she's just going to glide for you at 10 or 15 miles an hour without any real throttle input from this thing. It's really an amazing machine. It can do mud, it can do rocks, it can do sand, it can do everything that you can do on, you know, really high-end machines that cost a lot of money. For $7,000, this will get it done, guys. Now you're gonna have a hard time finding one at $7,000. You do have to hunt a good deal. I feel like I need to make a video on like how to get good deals, because I never pay MSRP on anything, guys. I'm telling you, you can get exactly what you want for the price you want to get it at if you're willing to put in the legwork to get it. It's very doable. I mean, I see a lot of guys paying full price for their machines, and I'm like, damn, I would never pay that because it's just not worth it. But at $7,000 for the amount of fun that I can get out of this thing, that seems to be worth it to me on a personal level. I don't know about you, but if you went to look for this four-wheeler used, I'm just going to put this out here before we close out the video, because we are going to be closing out the video very soon, and I do appreciate your time. If you're still with me, thank you so much. I'm just trying to give you my honest opinions about these machines. I don't want to give you bullshit. I'm not fluffing you. Nobody's paying me to say this shit. Like I said, I'm a Yamaha guy, and I gotta be honest with you, this fucking Polaris is nice, guys. It's really nice. You know, not to put too fine a point on it, but I got zero problems with it. It is really nice and really fun. I enjoy the hell out of it. I really do. And I'm the guy that likes to rip it and do wheelies and stuff on my motorcycles. And this thing, it does work. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. You will enjoy it too. I think, I hope. I'm just trying to give you the honesty here, guys. I'm not trying to bullshit you. Like, this is the amazing thing about this four-wheeler, okay, guys? If you respect it and you ride it, you can be comfortable when you ride it too. Most people are gonna be like, you need to be wearing gloves. Well, in most cases, I would say you do, because there's a real big danger you could hurt yourself. You should always wear protective equipment. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't like to wear gloves that much. My hands sweat real bad. I don't wear them as much as I should. But like, I'm in shorts and flip-flops out here, guys, doing this review for you, okay? The seat is so plush. It is just the most comfortable thing I've ever sat on in the off-road world, okay, guys? Like, my back doesn't hurt when I get off of it. I'm not fatigued in any way. I'm just enjoying the fact that I'm on it, that's all. And if I want to rip on it a little bit, I can do that too, okay? It's the best of all worlds, okay? It's more versatile than one of those sport machines. And I'm not trying to talk you out of a sport machine, guys. If you want a sport machine, go get one. But I'm just saying, if you want to know, no matter what you have to tackle, or no matter where you go, that you can get the job done and you can go there with confidence. I gotta be honest with you guys, it's hard to beat this stupid thing. It really is. And that's from an opinionated, like, it's my opinion. Don't take everything I say with a grain of salt, okay? I don't want you guys to, I'm not the know-it-all. I don't know everything about everything, and I don't know all things, you know what I mean? But I'm an experienced rider, and I enjoy this machine a lot. It's got 80 horsepower, which is more than enough off-road, V-twin, automatic, great suspension, plenty of storage, instrument cluster to let me know how things are going. I mean, it's just a blast to ride, guys. I mean, to be honest with you, and at $7,000, which they are findable at that price, you can find them at $7,000. It's not easy, but if you gotta do the legwork, and you can get them. So I bought this one for $7,000, okay? It's doable. For $7,000, it's worth the money, in my opinion. I spent a lot of money on off-road stuff, okay? I got a YZ 450 in the garage, okay? Dirt bike, 2017 model, not an old one, okay? It hauls the mail. It's a lot faster than this, but it's definitely not as enjoyable as this to ride. If you want to know the truth, it definitely doesn't make me feel as good whenever I ride this thing around, or ride it around as this one does. Now I have my days where I'm like, man, I just want to rip it. So I hop on the dirt bike and I go rip it, man. But when I just want to chill and I want to have some fun and chill, this is it right here. This is the machine. This is the beast. This is the Sportsman 850. I'm coming back up on camp. There's the 1000 I told you guys about. Look out for that video of us racing. That's my honest input. I'll see you guys later. Peace.